Howdy folks, this is Farmer John coming at you with another video, this time focusing on moringa trees, or seeds. And right here in front of me, just to get started, I have three versions of the same seed. On the far right, this seed still has its paper husk and fins on it. On the very left, you can see I've removed those paper husks and fins. And in the middle is the actual kernel inside the seed itself. Or the seed itself inside the kernel. You know what I mean. Let me show you how to get rid of all that husk and get the actual seed out. Now before I start, I just want to say that you can soak these seeds in water overnight to soften up the shells. But it's fairly easy to get these out. It's not a very hard shell. It's not rock hard by any means. As long as you have nails, you can remove the husk pretty easy. So what I like to do first is pull off all these paper fins off, just so I can see that divider. And basically, where these dividers are, these grooves. Here's a close-up of the seed where you can see where the dividers are. They come in threes. You want to follow that with your nail. Doesn't matter what side, but as long as you follow one on its own, and you want to press your nail in and trying to scoop underneath it. See what I did there? Exposing the seed inside, and I want to be careful. You don't want to go too deep. See how I'm prying it open, following the seams. You don't want to go too deep, or otherwise you'll damage the kernel, the actual seed, and you don't want to do that. So be careful. Apply force. If you have a lot of seeds like I do, you can just practice at it, get good at it. So I follow the seam, push your nail in, and scoop up underneath it. That should break it apart. And you just follow that break. Follow that break all the way around, so you can just pull the seed apart. Just like that. Now, it's not necessary that you do this. If you're going to be planting a lot of moringa, a faster, easier, more convenient way is just to press your nail in, break it once, expose the seed, just even a little bit. This is actually more than enough. But as long as you make a crack or a hole in the husk for water to penetrate and get into, as long as water can get into that seed, it'll germinate and it'll sprout. So you don't have to remove the entire husk. That'll be enough. And let me do these real quick. Some of them will come in different sizes. If you get one that's too small, it might not even produce a seed. This one's actually discolored. It's not dark like the others. It's light in color, kind of like caramel. Oop. So I'm curious to see what kind of seed it has underneath, if it made one at all. Is it show in the dark? There we go. Oh, I see. This seed, I didn't damage it, I swear. Like how this seed came out. It has a sort of groove, indentation. It's very oblong. It's very misshapen almost. Can you see that? It's not completely round, but this will work. This will still germinate. Don't judge the seed for how it comes out. Just accept that it's different. Let's go on to planting and figuring out where we're going to plant these. So, on to the next step. So, I like to start off with these 4-inch pots. And I like to start them in these 4-inch pots and move them up into bigger pots as they get bigger. Obviously, there's a lot of methods you can practice here, and it's really up to you what you want to do when starting moringa seeds. Say try different methods all at once, and then you'll see which is best for you. So don't be afraid to do things your way. Alright, so we got 5 seeds and 6 pots. What we're going to do is 4 of these pots are going to have 2 seeds inside of them, and the last 2 are going to only have 1. We're going to treat that as an experiment, see if we can't separate them afterwards when they do sprout and keep the 2 that were grown in one pot alive, or would they rather prefer to be growing by themselves into one pot and then transplant it from there. So this is an experiment for me too. I'm always experimenting new ways. Never treat anything the same way. I never do anything the same way twice. So experiment where you can. It's really fun, and it's nice to know what works and what doesn't. So let's get these in. So I've pre-moistened these pots thoroughly. You know, they're wet all the way down to at least an inch, and that's as far as I'm going down, is about an inch. These are going to be the pots with 1 seed in them, so it's going to be right in the center. Now for the pots that are going to have 2 seeds in them, is we want to take the center and take half that center and go all the way out. So half of half, go down 1 inch. Then from there, go to the other half, half from half, and then keep them opposite of each other, just like that. One over here, one over here. Cave it in, tap them down. We're going to water these one more time, you know, just to make sure the seeds are thoroughly watered. Because it is hot, it's 84 degrees out. That was the last pot with 1 seed in it. Some stuff in there. So I find half there, half there, 2 more. 1, 2, pinch, pinch, tap down. It is hot, it's 84 degrees out, so here's another one. 1, 1. Bop, 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 bop. I think I'm missing, I don't know. Here's the other pot, I hope, right? Or did I already put a seed in here? I don't remember. No, I didn't. This one has not been seeded. Yeah, make sure you put your pots in the right places so you can distinguish which ones have seeds and which ones don't. Alright, simple as that. Let's take a look. Yes, let's water them one more time. And if you guys have any of these watering trays, this one's made of clay, obviously. They can house one of these. Wait, what's the size of this? I don't know the size of this. Oh, here we go. It's a 25-ounce container. Doesn't really give any other dimensions than that. 25 ounces on the bottom. This might be a 4-inch, if not 5-inch pot. It's either 5 or 4 inches. Anywho, I was trying to say, if you don't have any of these watering trays, you can always just make some of your own. Make some of your own with milk cartons, the half-gallon milk cartons. Throw under sideways, laying down sideways. You just cut out the middle, a little window in the middle of the carton, fill it up, and you can probably fit at least 1 or 2 of these in there. Maybe just 1. Just to show you guys a quick DIY trick for a watering tray. If you don't have one, just cut out a half-gallon of milk. Cut out the center of it, lay it sideways, and there you go. Here's a waterer. I can't fit 2 in here though, that's the thing. So pick and choose your pots, whatever you're going to sow your seeds in, and think about, you know, hacks like this. Think about ways that you can reuse, reduce, recycle, and repurpose your trash. I was lucky enough that this pot would fit in here, but you know, I wish 2 could fit in here, you know, maximize the space. But you know, this will last maybe a couple of months before it really deteriorates, and then I'll recycle it then. But I'm getting some purpose out of it, some use out of it, because I don't have a tray for every pot, you know. I can only see, not even a second one will fit there, so I really have to just think of ways to save time, save money. I mean, this will work for now. I think I have a little too much water in here. Let's share the water. And you want to be doing, what is this called? Wick watering? Wick watering? To save, you know, save the seeds up top. It'll naturally pull the roots down. It'll ask the roots to go downwards into the bottom of the pots to search for water, promoting growth, promoting germination. So that is why we're doing it that way. I have 3 more. I have 3 more pots over here on the side. I'm just gonna have to find another place to put them. Actually, I think I just found one. I might have just found a solution, though I'm not liking it for sure. This used to be my old seed tray container or waterer. Easily 4 could fit in here. 4 can fit in here, so I can actually free up one of those clay dishes and use it for my seeds. Let's just dump that water back in here. So there. Actually, all the pots are now going to be bottom watered, and that helps out a lot because we want these seeds to germinate. Moringa is such a cool plant to have, such a cool tree. It's so useful. It's so diverse and fertile. I think that's it for me, folks. So this is Farmer John. Thank you again for joining me, and as always, have a good one.